Simon. Thank you, Simon, so much for your kind words and for all you do as the president of NDN. Congratulations to Luis Terrace for his award last evening, well-deserved. Representative Lowy Ofgren, it's so good to be with an old friend and an important leader in the Congress of the United States. Last Friday, the aircraft carrier John F. Kennedy, that was named after President Kennedy, made its last visit to Boston, Massachusetts. It was its 8th visit. It is now going back down to Jacksonville to begin its decommissioning to be put into the ready reserve. And on that Friday morning, as the carrier was docked at in Boston, there were 300 citizens, new citizens, that raised their hands and took the oath of allegiance to the United States of America. 7 of those citizens, new citizens, were crew of the John F. Kennedy. And they reminded me of the 70,000 men and women that are in the armed forces of the United States today, serving in Iraq, serving in Afghanistan, serving across the world to serve the United States, to serve its security, to serve its values, which they are strongly committed to. And I reminded those 300 individuals that when they left the ship, they could look across the Boston harbor and they would see a pier there. And just to the left of the pier, they'd see what is called the Golden Steps. And at that pier, in 1848, 8 of my grandparents arrived there and walked up those golden steps to the land of opportunity and hope. We can't turn our backs on our heritage as immigrants. Not today, not yesterday, not tomorrow. They are our past, they are our present, and they are our future. The values which so many of those that have come to this country bring are the values which are deeply burned inside of the American consciousness. Hard work, devotion to family, willing to give up almost anything so that they can care for their children, risk death out in a desert or by other means to come here to the United States. Once here, devoted to their faith, attendance to church, and devoted to their larger family, their nuclear family, their parents and their grandparents are here, and urging their children to play by the rules, to work hard, and to contribute to this nation. This debate is about security, certainly, border security, but it is also about our humanity and our decency. And that is why this is a moral issue, why Cardinal Mahoney made the trek across the country to be with us yesterday to speak to the moral issues that are involved, and why all the religious groups have effectively recognized that what we need is a comprehensive approach to immigration reform, and that we will have. We expect the legislation to be introduced within the next week. We have the commitment of our leader here in the United States Senate, Senator Reid, that we'll have floor time in this early spring. And we are working closely together with the members of our caucus and also with the Republican members. This is, every day that goes on is a more productive time, and progress is being made. This is a complex issue. It's not an easy issue. We had a vigorous and most extensive debate on any issue that we faced last year. It was on the immigration issue, 9 days. The votes didn't come out always the way I would have liked to have seen, but we made progress, and we had a bill that commanded the overwhelming majority of the Senate and had very, very substantial Republican support. Finally, this is in our national interest. This is in our national. Americans understand that we do not need bumper sticker solutions or slogans to solve the immigration issue. Those days are past. There may be those voices that are still out there suggesting them, but the American people are far beyond them. Americans understand it's a complex issue, and they understand that if we are going to deal with this issue, we need not only the support of the Congress, but we need the leadership of the President of the United States. He has stated that he wants to work with the Congress, he wants to work with us, he wants to work with Democrats, he wants to work with Republicans. We take him at his word. And we look forward to that opportunity to bring to the floor of the United States legislation which is consistent with our past, which understands security issues at the present, understands the importance of having effective and strong law enforcement in the enforcing of the provisions in local communities among employers, and also has provisions in the legislation to permit earned citizenship. We reject amnesty. Amnesty was 1986. I voted against that bill, not so much on that issue, but because of the complete failure to have adequate enforcement provisions. That was 1986, that's amnesty. Forgiveness. Go to the head of the line. All things are past. That isn't what this legislation is about. And those that distort and misrepresent this legislation do an enormous disservice to the American people. It's a complex issue. American people need to be informed. We'll do the best to inform them. But we hope that the voices of hatred and bigotry will silence themselves for this debate, so that America can truly be America, the land of opportunity and the great land of our immigrant heritage. Thank you.